most jobs will, when you go to like the signing stage and everything, you'll need to provide a proof of address or in some shape or form. Not always, but there are like a lot of jobs where they'll ask for that information. And of course, if you're homeless, you don't have an address. You might be lucky in that you might be able to. Sometimes I know that councils will have certain facilities where you can use a sort of like a generic address. I know there's online versions, though I don't really know to what extent that works. I don't know, it's quite a new concept, but it's the same catch-22 of like, yeah, you get pushed away, you get pushed away, you get pushed away. Like I remember one guy that I used to donate money to, this was when I was at university, he was going through that exact situation. Like he was on some sort of a waiting list, I think. And at that time, he was perpetually staying in hotels. Now, to answer your question before, it really depends. As I understand, most places, generally, you could probably give cash and they would, a lot of the time, people are just saving on that particular day to just get a room for the night, maybe in a cheap hostel, a cheap hotel. Some places are more, how can I put it? Some places are more hospitable than others. Let's put it that way. I know that places where I currently live, people have been turned away because they assume like everyone is just going to do drugs there. Hey, sometimes they do, and that is against the rules, and you shouldn't be doing that, etc. But there's been some instances I've heard about where, you know, people have been thrown out in the middle of the night because of it, and it's like I think look, when it comes down to it, there are moments in life where you've got to put aside profession and professionality and all that and just appeal to the human side of things. Should someone be smoking weed in a hotel room? Fine. No, it's against the rules. But if you kick that person out in the middle of the night, they've got nowhere to go. They could, if it's winter, they could die on the street. Stuff like that, I personally couldn't live with. You know, I'd sooner be like, okay, mate, in the morning, like time to leave, you know, clean up the room.
Yeah.
At least that guy had somewhere to stay that night. At least, you know, do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like that.
Yeah, there's a lot of rules out there, and things are becoming more official and documented throughout the process because everything's going so digital that you can't skip over. And, you know, somebody could put their own job at risk if they are just have compassion, which is wrong. But I don't agree with it, but that's where things are going, and it shows.
It's great. And it's always been like this as well.